Well, hello again. Today we are doing just for Maintaince for power supply unit for my Fanuc industrial robotic arm. Here's the model number, and last time when I tried to use my robot, it gave me an error message that the power supply is faulty. If I remember right, there was some kind of problem in 24 volts AC line. And I was kind of hurry last time when the unit threw at that error message, and I did only a quick fix. And today is the day when I am trying to do more permanent fix, because I want to save the unit, because they are really rare, hard to find, and without that part my robotic arm will be basically metal scrap and worth nothing. So it is kind of important to get the unit, maintain it, to get it running and keep it running. And fault what I had was a leaked capacitor. I'm trying to zoom there. I will take some pointer. That cap has leaked, and that electrolytic stuff here was making a contact with those resistors and diode, and it caused the whole power supply to went the alarm state. And there is another one somewhere there. You can see the wet PCB surface. So I decided to replace basically all caps except those two, because they will go bad really rarely. So I am not so concerned about them. I have a pack of new electrolytics, and it is kind of sad. My local supplier did not have stock the precise same parts what are used here, but I grabbed the capacitors close enough as originals, so I'm hoping that the unit will work with those caps. And there is our PC board. Yeah, there is also that electrolytic, or is it? I don't know. Maybe it is not. Maybe it is not an electrolytic because it is dry. But yeah, it have been almost half an year when the unit was powered last time, because I am being afraid to turn it on because it started to go bad. I wanted to kinda do what I can to not cause any more harm for the unit. Yeah. So the high voltage caps are depleted by itself, those ones, and then we can just start to take the caps off and replace them. First I should take few pictures, okay, that I can do some paperwork and make some picture where I can overlay every value of all caps, what it have been originally. But how I will do it? Probably like that. Yeah. No. So let's see. Probably I will mark the legs just to be sure that I am not going to swap the polarity. Oh, it smells really awful. Pretty sure that that component has been leaked. That's sure. Yeah, it is wet. Wet. There. Brownish color. It smells like an ass. And it was 35 volts, 1800 micros. I'm sure that it's not anymore reading right. Let's see what it says. Oh, pretty close. Even it is leaked. Yeah. Now we need to somehow neutralize it. Let's take the alcohol. And good clean. Let's clean up also the back side. Oh, they are alright. They have been marked, the silk screens, which way the capacitors is going. So I don't have to bother to mark anything. I just want them off from my PC board. That cap is super wet. Yeah. No good. Let's take the third one. Three of three. All leaking. Not good. Not good. Why the caps are starting to leak like right now, I don't know. I truly don't know. and I don't like the idea to waste my Fanuc industrial robot, so it is good to fix it when I still can. Yeah, it have been started already eat the couple that leaked electrolytic. It was almost halfway eaten already. Perhaps I have to also fix the seal screen, because there might be that leaked electrolytic gunk here under the lock surface. Right. Let's put a little bit solder mask there. Probably I should take a fresh solder mask. Okay. Okay. How many caps are leaking here? You can try to guess. And yeah, because I don't have a exact replacement, I'm going to use a little bit smaller ones. But it should be just fine. Is it set already? Yes, it is. No. I'm sorry for the viewing angle, but I'm going slightly bent capacitor's legs to get them held in its place. Now we are just going to put new fresh solder in. And I'm not using any additional flux here because I don't want to keep up cleaning that used flux, so I'm using just solder what have some kind of flux embedded inside of the solder itself. So it should be good enough without flux. Just like that. And now, of course, we have excess leads to be trimmed off. Look how we did. I'm sorry. Can I clean them? There is basically no need for the cleaning if I am not going to use that flux, but I just want to try. Well, it's bitter. It's a bit nicer. it look no wet anymore. Yeah. Three done. Superman is still a go. Should I do it just for right to the left? Perhaps yes. So next we are taking that guy. It will be next. And it will be somewhere here. And my sucking tool is cocked. Now it is working. Okay, the tiny one is fighting. You don't want to get off. I will apply a fresh solder and try to grab from the cap. Now I got it. It is still okay. And yeah, you can desolder things with the desolder gun, or then you can use the solder wig. Which way works better for you? It is 100 microfarads. I don't really remember what was the closest one. It is slightly bigger voltage rating, but it doesn't matter. We are trying to match the microfarads. The voltage rating is more likely the max voltage what you can use. Cut the leads, clean the board. And that one is done. Now the small one here. It's time to go. I can this time try to desolder it just by heating it. Yeah, I got it. Then we need to clean the holes. I don't know why, but my desoldering gun is getting cocked now all the time. Probably I will take the older solder removing trick. And of course it is not now quite working. It doesn't want to go. Well, if it wants to play a game, let's play a game. The tiny one is 15 volts, 10 microfarads. There's new. And because I'm too lazy now to fight with the board to get the hole cleaned, I will use my new capacitor leg to clean up the hole for me. Yeah. It's good now. Who want to be next? Is it you, or some of those? Let's take the back one. And it is here. I will try again with the solder gun. Tiny ones are super hard. Maybe because the tiny ones have the legs and turn it so much, so take won't came out from the holes. C78, and it was 15 volts. Boop. 1 mic. It's here, new one, 15 volts, 1 microfarad. Oh, I noticed something funny. Silk screen is printed 2 times. One under the component and then beside the component. So when I put the component in, you can still see the component number, C78. Nice detail there. Yeah, I will try something different. I will try to get the leads upward so I can bend it, and probably a little bit trim excess to make it easier to remove. Yes, it was easy now. So it is like a bingo. See what? 29, and the winning number was 15 volts, 1 mic. Here and through the hole the component goes. I'm not forcing them as the bigger ones are sitting inside in the PC board, that they are basically held better and they are not going to shake, but the small ones are so light that it doesn't matter even if I leave them standing up. They are not going to shake off or anything like that. Then that one. And who is the next winner? This 10 mic. It's there. 10 microfards. Where is there? I'm betting that all small caps are probably good. And not leaking at all. But just to be sure, I want to do them all. Oh, I did not notice that my camera timer is got at end, but those caps what I am now working are same value, both of them, so I decided to desolder both of those at once. Or at least try. But of course, they don't want to come off. It's weird. Now it worked. It was a left and another one is right. And double check that the both were same. Yes, they are. C18 and 17. And they are both 50 volt, one mic, and 50 volt, one mic. I'm sorry. Really bad. Weaving angle. That is interesting. It don't want to go through the PC board. But I will solder the first one because it went. And I will fight now for the second one. Why it is not going to open? Sometimes it needs just a little bit new, fresh shoulder to get the old one kind of flowing. And also I'm running out of my camera battery. And I have plenty of cap still to do. Probably I should keep some kind of deep brake or something. And charge my camera battery that I can film the whole recapping episode. But maybe I will try to do just one. Then I will charge my camera. here. It is dry, C63, and the cap is 100 mics, 13.5 volts. $60 volts and 100 mics. And done. Now this deep brake. Wait a moment. I couldn't wait. I just want to get it done. So I took a T with me here that I can keep desoldering and desoldering. What? Yeah. There is our next victim, who is going to leave desolder it nicely. Let's try the next. Now they are basically all desoldered. And now I can just take them off. So the first one, C64, it is 50 volt, 10 mic. Volt and 10 mics. Then the another one. It is not fully loose yet. But now it is. So next C61. It is 50 volts, one mic. 15 volts and one mic. And the last one. Last one is C62. 10 mics, 50 volts. There's a new one. 50 volts, 10 mics. And PC board is dry. The cap is not leaked. Alrighty. We are getting there. Not so many anymore. Alright. C13. It should be loose, but it is not. One leg is still holding us. And it's off. C13, and it is 50 volts, one mic. There's new one, 15 volts and one mic. And now on, those are the last ones, and they are the ones what started to be leaky. I'm not happy now that how my soldering socketing gun is performing. It's getting now cocked all the time. And it is not doing so much good job at all. I will try to go to old school. And I think it is time to say goodbye for that soldering tool, desoldering gun. It is taking itself apart. I will try, can I wiggle the cap off. And it seems to be yes. So I will just add fresh solder to each cap. And wiggle them off and clean up the holes later. Oh. They are taking a lot of more heat what I can apply with my soldering iron. So it is easier to take the bigger soldering iron to get job done easier. And I'm just going to heat up the legs for the cap and wiggle it out. It's just easier to use bigger tools when needed. Now I can try to clean the holes. Now I am trying again with the solder wig. So ugly. And holes are still not cleaned, but 1, 2, 3, all 4 have been leaked. I could try double trouble. Double trouble. If I take my solder socket and the no. The holes are not wanting to get opened. And I don't want to fight with them. So I will try to push them through. And it is working just fine. I don't have to fight with the cocket holes. I can just heat it up and push the cap through the hole. Is it right way to do it? I don't know. Now I bended the leg. Yay, I run out of the battery. But all those caps were 10 volts and 270 micros, and I did not have them, so they are now slightly smaller, 200 and maybe 200 micros. And then I replace with that one, C75. It was that 35,800, and it was leaked cap. And then the small one there, and it was that 13.5 volts and 100 mics. That one. But it is now standing so awkwardly, leaning to the test measurements pins, that I am going to bend it a little bit to get more clearance. Yeah, better. And we are done. We are basically done. Now we have basically replaced everything what I needed to replace, and I don't need to scare that the unit will blow my face because the caps are failing. But which way that was? It fits both ways. That cover fits only that way, so I'm guessing that the another is kinda same way. So I'm betting that shield should go about right here. So that part was just recapping and kind of documenting that what cap is, what voltage and what rating. I don't know, will everyone ever do anything about that info, but at least it is now somehow documented. And now the unit should last longer without failing on me. It is good. So the next video will be the assembly video when I going to put the power unit back inside of the robot, and then we can do some kind of test program to see will my robot anymore work. So I'm trying to now a little bit hurry up because my camera battery is dying continuously again. So I'm trying to finish the video. So if you watch it, thank you and be safe and have a nice day. And let's see later on again. Goodbye. Okay, here is that robot. It is a bit old, but it is kinda working. And here is type label, year 89. And here is that the control cabinet, what would take that power supply card in. And cabinet itself is kind of big, but there is no much room after all. The door houses a servo amplifiers, and inside of the cabinet is another robot logic cards, and that power supply goes there. Oh, there is few cards. more. I'm not sure how I am going to lay down the camera. That can I shoot the video and I install the power supply, but I'll try somehow. And yes, I have to be a bit careful because I have still power connected in the unit. That I am not hurting myself or the machine. Let's put one screw in. It can hold the power supply. Meanwhile, I am screwing the another screws. Like that. And now we should be able to turn on the unit and see what happens. Okay, I turned the robot just by my own arms and grabbed the ditch pedant. So it is kinda fancy remote control where you can set up all the functions and control the robot. And there is on button. And that is what you get if you don't regularly use the machine and keep the batteries at full level. But the thing is now, because APC battery 0 volt, if I remember right, the APC battery means something like absolute positioning sensing or something like that. I will put the robot arm resting back to the shelf. But those batteries are located here. There is a battery cover. I will undo that and show you what is inside here. So there are 4 D-cells, and to be honest, I don't remember when I have been replaced those last time. Probably I should. There is a battery cover lid, and there is now just a hole where the battery should go. I should change them regularly, perhaps once per year or something, but now I have kind of forgotten this thing, and later on this thing might be causing trouble to me, because the batteries here are dead. The position sensors of the robots are not anymore counting the pulses, and the robot is now probably lost its own position. So I need to home the robot again when I have been replaced the batteries. But let's try. I will change the batteries and let's try to launch this thing again. Okay, batteries are now changed. Let's turn it on and hope the best. Still giving an error. Interesting. But the program is still here. Okay. I don't remember. But there is another batteries. There. Probably those batteries are dead because the error message was still there. And those batteries, I should keep the power on when I change those, because those might be the programming batteries, that if those batteries get drained, all my programs will just erase. So I have to keep the power on the machine and change those batteries. I changed the another batteries. They were good. So I decided now just to try if I can somehow reset that alarm. Somehow yeah, it is not going to move because there is an alarm. And it is not resetting. Let's try to power cycle it one more time. Oh, yeah. It did it. Now I can try to find the program. I really don't remember how on earth I can select the programs. But probably there I need to put the kick pedal on. Yes. We are getting somewhere. Now I am trying the first program, what is called kinda zero angles. I have to write O 0001 and enter, and I will adjust speed super slow, put the mode repeat, and I have only one position stored here, and it should be really slow. And now if I press the start button, if I press the start button, the robot arm should move somewhere. Or not. I got an error message. Zero return not end. Yeah, alright. So that is an error message what you will have if you don't do the zero return function for the robot. Oh my god, I'm really sure that I am not going to remember right order to do that. But that basically means that the robot is not happy because the batteries were dead, and what I have to be doing now is I have to change the repeat mode to teach mode, and then I can just by hand jog the robot at the right position. I can try to show you what I am doing. Basically there you can see plus minus and those little diamonds, and I have to move the robot just by hand to get the diamonds really carefully aligned together in all joints what the robot have. So all 6 axles. And then I have to do something what I am afraid that I don't anymore remember how it will be done. I will try. I will film more when I have something to show you. So now the robot arm is kind of awkward position, but all diamonds are aligned. One here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. And when the machine is that position, that is that 0 angle position of each joint, and that position needs to be torqued to the machine again. But I don't remember where I can find that function. I have to seek it a little bit more, and I will show you when it's done. Okay, here is a machine and the robot and teach pedant, and yeah, that what I mentioned that we need to do, that zeroing process, what is called mastering. It is really tricky to do. Probably I am not going to show you the process, but now I have one position stored for the machine. So if I press the start button, there, that should turn to its homing position. No. Yeah, because there is teach mode. I need to change it, and I need 3 hands for it, so now it says repeat. Now it should move. Like that. Now basic setup is basically done, and reason why I fixed it was move away. Here we have a electronic yacht or motorboat engine and transmission control module, what I have been repaired. And here is a throttle lever, and I am going to screw the throttle lever to my desk and make a program that my robotic friend can just use the throttle lever forward and then backward whole day, that I can see that the engine controller module is working and not breaking to me, and if it survives from a 1 day test, it is ready to go back to customer and then install the boat, and probably it is then not breaking at the sea. That is what I am not going to want, so that's why I needed to fix my robots. And now on I will do the setup, put the lever on the desk and screw something in here that I can have something what can somehow turn the lever